Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're up here at the haunted house. Trans World is over, so we are starting. It's like Tuesday. We just got back Sunday. Now it's Tuesday. So like one day that we weren't here because we unloaded everything, moved product, all that stuff, right back up here, and it's time to start our build for the year. We don't have any time to waste because we got too much shit to do. So it's like usual. So we're going to start our build right here in the first room. Right now in here in Northwest Indiana, it's still cold. It is like February 7th or something, and it's still cold here. Now it's not like as cold as it was, which is nice because it's not unbearable, but while it's cold and shitty outside, we're going to work inside so that when it's hot, we can go outside, because when it gets hot here and you're in this building, it also just gets stupid fucking hot. So then we could try to work outside. There's a breeze, whatever. We're gonna get great tans this year because we're gonna be working outside a lot. And the bulk of the property and everything is outside. Most of the haunted house stuff is outside. The scare zone, the midway, all that shit is outside. So the goal is knock this 5,000 square feet out, then move outside by the time, hopefully, I guess by like the end of April, hopefully we're heading outside. So then we've got May, when it starts to get nicer outside, start working outside, stuff like that. So if we knock this shit out quicker, even better. The main rooms that we have a lot of stuff to do in here are the Truman Corp that I'm standing in right now. There's like small projects in like every room, but the main rooms where there's like renovations happening are the Truman Corp, the meat room, and the theater. I would also like to do something in the bathroom. Apart from that, we're just going to be doing like detailing and small shit in like every room and kind of finishing everything. So like three or four major projects in here, then moving outside where we've got a lot of major projects. We're turning the whole clown haunt into a blacklight haunt, so we got to repaint everything, redetail everything. We've got animations that we're adding in a lot of places, mostly outside. A lot of work happening outside, but in here is where we're going to start, and we're turning this room into a queue line. So instead of a big rules room where we bring people in, we're turning it into a queue line to help kind of filter these people into the show. So right now, we're kind of planning everything. The idea for this first area of the haunt, from the Truman Corp to the diagnostic checkpoint, is welcome home. So the idea is that we are welcoming the new batch of patients, which is the audience, to where they live now. So in this room, we want to do all those kind of pre-patient things, getting sizes for clothes, haircuts, checking dental, that kind of shit, checking them in, taking their patient identifications, and returning all that into here. At the same time, there's a riot that's happening, so we also have to introduce them to the story and get the guards to get them where they're going now that the riot's popping off. Then they move to treatment and escape. Lots of fun. So we're going to brainstorm. Right now it's just me and Jose. He's grabbing our tools. But there's going to be a lot of elements that go into this room, a lot of very cool things, especially since they're waiting in here and standing around. So there has to be a lot of stuff to like look at as they stand. Now they're not standing for a long time because we do move fast, but I want them to see a lot of stuff and be overwhelmed right away. So I'll show you what I'm thinking about as we go. All right, guys, so new day. It's me, Jacob, John, and Jose. Pretty much the whole crew except for Jacob Hill and Reese. But we're up here, and right now they're gonna take this down, reframe this door so that it's 2x4s all the way around. Right now the door is 2x3s and the top wall is 2x4s. Since this is going to be like the foundation of the haunted house, it's the first part, kind of like the fucking root. I want to get that redone into 2x4s so we have a good foundation to start from. So eventually when we rebuild everything, since we're here right now, this is like some shit we learned from Lake Station, where we had problems that lasted the whole time we were there that we had to do in year one because we were working quickly. But once we got to a point where we had time, it would have been so much more effort to tear out everything and all that. We're going to take this down because I'm thinking ahead. This wall that they're about to build will probably be here for like 10 years. So we're going to make it right. We're going to make it good, strong, all that shit, and then keep framing this way. Right now I've got 2x4s. I don't have any plywood, so we're just framing. We're not hanging any boards. We're gonna frame in that wall, all that stuff, and then start working on platforms for in here for the rest of the room. So let's do it. All right, guys, up here again. It's Saturday, 9 o'clock. This is the first big work call, weekend work day for the year. Basically, these are the days when everyone that is a competent builder should be showing up to help us. Right now, it's me, Jacob Hill, and John. Should be seeing Reese, Jose, Joe, at least showing up here today to help us with this shit. So, the goal. Yesterday, me and Reese got this wall framed out and everything plywooded. Right now, we're doing some prep work in this hallway, getting stuff cleaned up so that we can bring the top walls up, fly them back across, get that all anchored down. Then we're going to start the detailing of this truss system shit on here so that it's all detailed for the lineup wall. We'll be doing that here. So, and then moving across, working on these decks and everything else that needs to go across here. We don't have all the plywood for the decks. My goal today is basically to frame everything that we can, and then tomorrow get the 3/4 plywood, run it on top of all our decks so that we can have it done. So anyway, let's do it. Alright, the top walls are up. Now it's time to start adding some details on this wall. We're doing faux I-beams coming up, I think here. We've got this small gap. I'm going to hide that in here. So we're going to install that right there. We'll have to see where it goes because we might end up just filling that in with concrete because I think it needs to shift over some based on where the elements are in this room. So yeah, we're gonna make it work. We'll have to kind of draft some shit out, but we'll figure it out. I'm gonna show you how to make some fake I-beams here in just a minute. All right, so next up we got these false I-beams installed up here, and we put plywood in as like a joiner plate for all the joints there, that corner, all the corners. And then we ran two types of, these are actually made out of hot glue, but two types of, these are our bolt ends, these are our rivet heads. Pretty cool. So they're ran all the way around. Once this is all painted, I mean already you can tell what it is, but once these are all painted, it's gonna look just like I-beams, just kind of framed in halfway into the wall as if they like poured concrete around it or something. Be pretty cool once it's done. So right now we're working on installing the Y-shaped deck right here, or a beaker, whichever you want to call it, ice cream cone, I don't know. So it's going to come to right there and then straight. And this is where we're going to put a billboard on this side and lockers and like a contraband thing on this side, clothing rack here, a camera here, and this is the lineup wall. Then we're going to be floating into here to frame this room out. Plywood, wall across the back, framing in here, plywood, security shit. Moving back out here, scaffolds across this room, small deck in that corner with with podiums, the checkpoint cage right here, and then on to painting and details. So we're still going, just wanted to show you the progress. That's where we are. We got a lot of help, so it's moving good. All right, guys, we're about to head out of here. Show you the progress. We got scaffolds in here to go across tomorrow. Jacob and Reese and John and everyone, we wrapped up the Y-shaped deck on this side. So tomorrow we'll get this plywood on it, skinned on the sides, and then put the billboard, we'll frame it in. We got the I-beams done, the top walls up, all that, all the nuts and bolts and shit, rivets on all the I-beams. And then me and Joe got this room. We got the plywood up everywhere, there. We got to put one more up here, but I mean, we got to skin this whole wall anyway.
A lot of that could probably be used for the outside of this.
Yeah, it's true. So we got these walls up, squared up, corrected some, which was nice because this is actually the door that we took out of right there, so we were able to repurpose it instead of throwing it away. We got the back wall all framed in, so tomorrow I've got 3 sheets of plywood sitting right there. There are going to be 3 sheets of plywood sitting on that wall. And then we'll start framing in the monitor box. This door is going to have a latch on it so that the audience, unless you know where the latch is, you won't be able to open the door. It's going to be like a hidden kind of pulley that opens it so that we can use it to enter and exit, but the audience can't. So in here we got to install a door, put in the latch, plywood this, construct the monitor box thing here, put in 2 doors right here in this frame, construct the armor cage, come out here, scaffolds across, small platform over there, checkpoint cage, and then this room is ready for painting. So yeah, we're making pretty good progress. I imagine this room will be pretty much done by the end of next week. We'll be ready to move on. So it's pretty good time in my book. A room a week sounds good, especially since this is a big room that's very involved. There's a lot of shit in here with the decks, the stuff on the walls, other rooms. So yeah, tomorrow we'll have another 8-hour day out here again. Hopefully have like the same crew. Actually, hopefully have one more because Jose decided to not show up today because he didn't wake up for anyone's phone calls. But anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Justin L. tuning out. You stay scary. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today we're up here at the Haunt, working on the Truman Corp some more, bringing in some plywood. We got plywood for the floors. Looks like Jacob's got Jose working on the decking, decking for the scaffold, which is going to go across this. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to hilty these walls down, tack these down, get everything set where it needs to go, and then I'm going to plywood these 3 walls, and I'm going to start framing in this the countertop here. So I'll work on that. Once I have that done, then I'll start working on this door frame here. They're going to put the plywood on this, plywood all on there, knock that out. So let's do it. All right, so quick update. We've got the whole deck here is all built, plywooded, framed, everything. We've got the scaffolds where they're supposed to go. They're not secured in yet, but this is just there so we can get like measurements for the rest of the room. And we started to install these handrails up on the top. We got this room framed in, the doors, the weapon cage right here, monitor desk, roof for some storage, framed in a door over there, the actual door. Jacob and Reese, they did a great job in this door. Swings nice, closes nice. We're gonna throw a latch on it. Even though, as you can see, the door frame is not square, they made it close nice. It's gonna be real nice. Armor cage right here. Plywood on this. This whole room is like brand new. Me, Jacob, and Jose just got the checkpoint checkpoint cage installed, and now we're working on the deck to go across here. This will be the last project that we knock out. It's pretty much framing this deck in. Jose's over there framing the uprights for this longer section here. Jacob's framing for the end. And then after that, we'll throw in a few legs. And then going this way, we got to put the angle in. I'm going to actually, I'll need that same thing, like, 3 more times. There's a hammer right there. Right there by the toolbox, right there. Yeah, Jacob, I'm gonna need that same frame 3 more times for this run, so that we can install this. And then we got to do the angle front here. Take a measurement. We might have to throw in a leg, and that'll be it. So then we'll just have to plywood this. After we plywood this, we're moving on to like the cool shit, which is installing like the billboard over there, and that's almost the last of the framing, apart from the shelves for this. But Joe is making some anchors so that we can hook these in, hook the anchors in the concrete, and then attach these to the anchors so that these won't move, since we're having actors climb on them and stuff. So we don't want those to go anywhere. But after this deck, the framing, like I said, we got to put like 1 more day of framing, and we'll be done with framing in here. And then it's just on to the cool creative shit. So yeah, I'll show you before we leave what we knocked out, and that'll be it. All right, corner deck is most of the way done. What we'll wrap up tomorrow is the angle that comes off of that to here, to make it actually like a corner deck. Instead of right now a deck that's in the corner, it's going to be angled, and with a podium on it. It's going to look real cool. So that's going to go there, and that'll be the last element of this room as far as like the flow control. So tomorrow we'll get that done, plywood all over this, and the billboard framed in and plywooded probably. Yeah, Jacob. After that, shelves on this, which looking at it, it's going to be slightly harder than I had planned, because I was hoping that these holes were going this way. So I could have just screwed through those, but we're going to have to drill holes and come through them to tie in these boards to this metal, which kind of sucks, but it's all right. We've got self-tapping screws, so make it work. Yeah, so anyway, it's going to be it for the day. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Justin L. tuning out. You stay scary. Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're up here at the haunt. It's me, John, and Jose. We've got a couple hours. First things worst, we're gonna put in this angle here and wrap up this deck. So once we have that in, we're gonna plywood this and then move on to the billboard right where Jose is. Frame that, plywood that, and then move across the room and keep doing whatever's left. So the framing projects are starting to run down. Then it's gonna be all plywood shit, putting in poles for all the cage, things like that. So anyway, let's do it. All right guys, progress before we leave. Corner deck, it's framed, plywooded, plywood's on the bottom. We got the billboard up too, framed, plywooded, real nice. So tomorrow we're going to be working on some more of the creative shit, framing in the shelves for this, even though we can't install them until Joel has these things and we can finish everything. But we'll do that. We'll do the podium, and we're going to put a door frame here and then start running the other elements in here. We are like real close to like painting. There's a couple projects we have to do, the bars on all this, and then getting the scaffold done, but we're real close on painting here. So we got to do trim, a few projects. Obviously we got to still get the monitors so we can cut the holes so they can show up in there, all that stuff. So we'll wrap it up, but anyway, it's gonna be it for the day. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Justin L. tuning out. You stay scary.